hate trading SPY all-time highs, but either way, we're gonna see what we can do with it. So we'll either take Q calls or Apple calls, either one. So we're gonna take a stab at one QQQ call here. Okay, let's get out of these things, guys. This thing is crazy. But check this out. So this is where it started to get dangerous. Okay, so we're gonna take one last trade here on Nvidia. Look at where I messed up at. I need to go back and see where I could have done better. Good morning, my fellow traders. It's Friday, February 14th, Valentine's Day. So let's end the day with a bang. Just want to talk on here before we open the market. It's 5 minutes before the market opens, and you can see I'm looking at Nvidia here. So I know it could look a little bit hectic, but Nvidia broke this little trend the other day. Got a fat breakout to the upside, consolidated here in the after hours pre-market, and here we are currently trying to break again to the upside on this level. So 136.22 is a level that I have that I'm taking calls above. Plus, somebody in my Discord named JJ also has the same level too as well. So we're gonna be eyeing that level, which is 136.20-ish area, and I'm gonna take calls above. Then on SPY actually just broke all-time highs in the pre-market hours right now. So we did hit all-time highs on SPY, which we already know how we feel about that. Hate trading SPY all-time highs, but either way, we're gonna see what we can do with it. I threw on some retracements from the low of here, the high of there, and you can see we perfectly retraced this level, marked our pre-market low. But either way, I'm gonna watch SPY's price action here as well and see what's going on. So it's been almost about 2 hours into the market, and I almost took Nvidia calls right at open. I was eyeing them. Now that thing definitely would have printed, but you guys already know I'm not a trader that likes to trade at open, but I will start looking at those honestly and start seeing how I can trade them. So we'll either take Q calls or Apple calls, either one. So we're gonna take a stab at one QQQ call here in the money, next week contracts. Market's going very bullish. Now the only issue is SPY is literally right here at all-time highs. If it rejects, it most likely will ruin the market, but everything else is going pretty crazy. It's going crazy, Apple's going crazy. It's a good pullback here. This is a good dip, so we should be able to print off these bad boys. So this 15-minute candle on SPY just got rejected, so we got to be very careful because it was breaking out, but now it just rejected. And AMD and Nvidia also rejected. So honestly, we could easily just cut for a 2% L, which is probably ideal. But what we will use is this little support here, or that same area that I just mentioned, which is 537.17, as an area where I need to see if we're gonna sell off or not. So let me watch the level 2, let me watch the time and sales, and I will determine if I need to exit or not by that. Because I'm down currently just $10, 3%. Just don't want the market to pull back hard here, because that can happen. Okay, let's get out of these things, guys. This thing is crazy. We just took a $27 L on that trade. Is what it is. Unfortunately, just can't catch some good bangers, but it is always dangerous trading all-time highs, so don't even mind. So here's our P&L off that first trade, $27 loss, and you can see, so this is the breakdown. So look at this, check this out. So we took QQ calls off the breakout of this pre-market high. I'm so glad we're out. Look at that thing is going crazy. Then took the pullback here, got a nice entry pullback, but check this out. So this is where it started to get dangerous because SPY and Q look good here, but then when you look to the right, you can see Nvidia, AMD pulling back here. So those were the only two stocks that were going massively red while I'm trying to take calls. Then SPY rejects, and then Q ends up falling. So I'm so glad we're out, guys. Those contracts are now at 260 and we got out at 290. So that's why you don't try to hold for, you got to respect that stop loss. So market's getting fat pullbacks here. Not sure exactly what's going to happen, if it's going to be a fat pullback back to the upside or if it's just going to be a massive sell-off for the rest of the day. So we'll just watch it for now, see what it does, and wait patiently for another trade setup. Okay, so we're gonna take one last trade here on Nvidia calls. This is a fat dip. Market pulled back stupidly hard. So if this one don't print, then I'm definitely gonna step away for the day. So this one will either put me down $60 on the day or maybe less than that, depending on the cut that I take. But I'm gonna show you guys a trade setup here. So this is a perfect entry again. I'm just trying to capture fat pullbacks. And in this case, you guys can see, this is a very big major pullback to yesterday's highs, as well as even this resistance level at pre-market's high. So this is a perfect pullback. We just gotta do our absolute best to trust the trade plan, because what's going on right now, guys, is that Qs that we took earlier dipped super hard and now it's pulling back again. So it's one of those days where today's market's pullbacks are about to be fat due to SPY right here at all-time high, because SPY is going to keep rejecting this all-time highs, which makes market pullback very hard. But we're going to take this last stab and I'll update you guys with what it is. But you guys can see on the 15-minute time frame, this is probably one of the best pullbacks we can get, and I'm going to set an alert. Okay, so we're gonna have to sell out because you guys can see we got the candle close right on it, and we're out, guys. We're out just like that. So let's show you guys our P&L. Let's screen record our other screen and show you guys what had happened. So sorry, guys. We're gonna do a trade recap the day after, due to it being Valentine's on Friday. As soon as I got home, me and my girlfriend spent the rest of the evening out. Let's talk about yesterday's trades, guys, because yesterday we took a loss of $57. So the whole week, if you add up all my totals for my P&L, I'm down a total of $70 this week, which isn't too bad considering that I took actually quite a lot of trades. But let's specifically talk about yesterday's trades, because guys, I need to adjust something here. Looking back at my trades, I'm realizing something a little bit. I entered calls on Nvidia here off of this candle on the 15-minute time frame, plus the EMAs was perfectly right here retesting. Plus, it's the breakout of yesterday's highs, which is around this general area here. Plus, it's pre-market highs here. Also, guys, I have a level here already set from weeks ago. So mind you, all of these things is a perfect retest here entry. I'm gonna show you guys where I got out at, but look at how perfect it looks on the 15-minute time frame. Nice open candle holds here, dips down below, still hold, breaks below again, but still holds, long wick. And again, guys, nice break above, comes for the retest, pushes all the way to price target here, which contracts do hit at least almost about 25. They at least hit 25% here. Even more, this was a 30% pop, and then of course it goes even more. Guys, I ended up selling on the bottom of this candle here, entering on this candle here. Now, this is what it looks like on the 5-minute time frame. Let me adjust it for you guys. You can see it. Enter on this candle here, X on this candle here. Look at where I messed up at. I need to go back and see where I could have done better. Maybe I need to adjust my stop a little bit further, maybe below these wicks here. Either way, guys, candle honestly didn't even get a close below where I needed it to get a close below. It just wicked down below and I got scared. Sold this one for a 9% L, ends up breaking above and going all the way past to our stop, to our price target and even more. So that was off Nvidia, and here is the QQ trade that I took here. Now, very simply, this trade was based off pre-market highs. You guys can see this is the day before on Thursday, and this is Friday. So I like to look at the day before as well and just compare it. You can see we're above yesterday's highs, which is, this is yesterday's highs right here. This is pre-market highs way up here. And so the trade that I took, I decided to enter, was based off of this breakout here. You guys can see a nice candle breakout above pre-market highs. This is the new higher high. And then again, you guys saw me enter on the dip of this candle. Unfortunately, had to sell on the dip here, and it is what it is. Now, looking back at this trade where I could have done better, honestly, I'm very glad I exited, because again, trying to shoot it for above pre-market high with a very tight stop loss, ended up hitting my stop loss, got stopped out for about 9%. Had I held, these things would have got wrecked. Now again, looking back at this trade, this is where you can start seeing where you can re-enter again. So I don't usually like to re-enter on trades unless it pulls back away really far away, and then you can see about an hour later, we finally come back to test this area one more time, and again, we break out again. This is the breakout here. So what I would do in this case is take the same exact entry model that I just took over here, where this is the breakout candle, this is the retest dip. Again, same thing. This is the breakout candle, this is the retest dip. So what I was shooting for is basically what happened here, except what had happened here did not happen here. It just ended up falling down. Took that loss, is what it is. Then on the next time, we got the nice breakout. Look at the volume, guys. Even volume's kicking in here pretty strong. Had I entered on this second time, we got a breakout. Look at how it just instantly rockets the next one. Again, small pullback, rocket again, bearish engulfing, back test support, bounces on it, and then there we go again, guys. So these are the kind of trades I'm trying to look for. Just very unfortunate that I'm not getting them myself. So next week, guys, what I'm gonna do is adjust a little bit, because off that Nvidia trade, looking back at it, to be very honest, I even said it in the video and even in the live trade, I said we got a candle close right at it, like right on it. All this candle did was wick below and bounce right on a specific EMA. Furthermore, if you look to the left side, you can even see these are just long wicks to downside. Candles always closed above this little support. So all I had to do was trust it for a couple more minutes, and I definitely could have printed. Unfortunately, guys, that's a lesson I'm going to take in for next week. So next week, what I plan on doing is maybe adjust it, definitely wait for a candle closes, and maybe I'll do a 15% stop loss, or we'll see what goes on, guys. So also we're going to implement too, as well as even watching the 50 and 200 SMA or EMA as well on the 15-minute time frame, and do some back testing today. So hope you guys have a good weekend. Hope you guys had a good Valentine's on Friday, and sorry this vlog is a little bit late, but I'll see you guys on Monday.